IShowSpeed flew to China to explore the culture, eat weird food, and do backflips on sacred landmarks. But what he didn't expect was to meet the most beloved man in China, an uncle in a red jacket, who would end up following Speed across multiple cities, bringing food, kindness, and later controversy. This is the story of how one unexpected man stole the spotlight in one of the biggest live streams of the year, and why some believe he had a deeper reason all along. IShowSpeed is one of YouTube's biggest in-real-live streamers. Known for his chaotic energy, impulsive antics, and unpredictable humor, his visit to China, well, exactly what you'd expect. He did a backflip on the Great Wall, sparred with Shaolin monks, and wandered through the cyberpunk streets of Chongqing. His streams were packed with random, viral moments, and quickly caught the attention of millions of viewers, including the Chinese government. Clips of Speed flooded platforms like RedNote and Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok. Viewers praised his respect for the culture, especially after the Shaolin Temple stream, where he was seen as polite, curious, and genuinely interested in learning. In fact, every shop Speed visited became an overnight hotspot. Business owners saw a spike in customers. It was instant viral marketing, and naturally, companies began desperately trying to insert their brands into the stream, much to Speed's annoyance. Then came the uncle. In Chengdu, Speed was swarmed by fans. Among the chaos, a man in a red jacket appeared with a gift: barbecue goose. A Chinese security guard tried to push him away, but Speed's bodyguard, Henry, stepped in. Speed accepted the gift, took a bite, and the man vanished into the crowd. Just another random encounter. Or so it seemed. Next stream, Chongqing. The same uncle appeared again, this time on a motorcycle, offering pork. Speed didn't eat it, but something was off. Why was he following them? Then in Hong Kong, after an 8-hour stream, the red jacket uncle returned, this time with chicken. The man had flown across the country just to meet him again. By the time Speed arrived in Shenzhen, it became clear this wasn't a coincidence. The uncle was committed. He danced when Speed recognized him, handed him a prime drink, and even brought snacks for Speed's entire team. It wasn't just about Speed anymore. The uncle was part of the stream.
Should we bring him in the car?
Fans in the livestream chat begged Speed to bring the uncle along, and he did. They bonded through a portable translator. Speed promised to help him find a wife, and the uncle even made the stream thumbnail. Then came Changsha, the stream that made the uncle famous. In a crowd of thousands, Henry spotted him and pulled him over. The crowd cheered. He offered Speed braised goose and joined him again on stream. The uncle wasn't just tagging along anymore. He became family. He cheered when Speed played minigames. He handed out Chinese tea. He even started caring for Rudiger, Henry, Lev, and Slips, like they were his own sons. But not everyone liked the uncle's growing presence. In a location called Wenhenyu, Speed met a tour guide who was supposed to introduce the regional food. When the uncle accidentally sat next to Speed, the guide snapped, "I'm the boss here. This is my city. We are in the same business. Let me entertain Speed. If you don't stand up, I'll come to your city and find you." The livestream chat exploded. Chinese viewers immediately dubbed the man the Green Goblin. Within hours, the guide was cyberbullied into locking his social media, and his location's online ratings dropped to 1 star, all because he disrespected the uncle. Some even started plastering mock posters around the so-called Green Goblin's lair, turning the whole thing into a public spectacle just to clown on him. Soon after, Speed and the uncle wore traditional Chinese outfits together. It was clear, viewers loved the uncle. He was humble, kind, and always put others first. But then came the moment that triggered mass outrage. Speed was invited to appear on a show by Mango TV. When the show started, the uncle was left outside, denied entry. Fans were furious. To make it worse, when Speed boarded a bus with the other celebrities, Uncle was left behind, simply because they used a different exit. Speed kept asking where he was. They lied, saying he was tired. But he wasn't. He was abandoned. Eventually, the uncle caught up, again, and joined Speed for dinner. Sitting at the same table, he made sure Speed didn't eat spicy food, didn't eat seafood, and passed food to everyone on the team. The chat called it true Chinese hospitality, a sharp contrast to the behavior of Mango TV and the Green Goblin Guide. So the question is, who is he? Turns out the uncle is from Rongchang, a district described as Old Hong Kong. He's actually been appointed as an agricultural assistance ambassador, promoting his hometown's local food. The braised goose? The snacks? All from Rongchang. He wasn't chasing fame. He was trying to help farmers back home earn a living, and it worked. Online orders for Rongchang Foods exploded after the stream. Even others wanted to visit his hometown. Sales of the braised goose skyrocketed, reportedly selling over 10 times more after the uncle's promotion. The uncle didn't even know who IShowSpeed was at first, but when he saw the size of the audience, he saw a chance to do good. He spent his own money to travel across China, sometimes borrowing bikes, just to get a few minutes of screen time. He even rejected sponsorship offers for translation devices, opting to rent them instead, to not look like he was selling out. He's not rich, he's been bankrupt, but still finds ways to donate to earthquake and flood victims. He once rescued a drowning child. He's volunteered as a firefighter, even getting an award for his efforts. When he returned home to Rongchang, the locals cheered for him. He was welcomed like a celebrity, because this wasn't a man chasing clout. This was a man chasing purpose. He wanted to help his hometown. The very next day after he returned to his hometown, the uncle was honored by the Rongchang District Committee. As a token of appreciation, he was also gifted $13,000. And now, Speed has promised to bring him to America. The only question left is what happens next.
记得点赞和关注哦。